Hey guys, today we're going to be working on paper macheing some bowls. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start by taking our discs, and these have been written down with permanent marker, and these are all going to go on the bowl upside down so that when the bowl is looked at, the inside of it has all of the words and the outside of it is nice and shiny with one color and then gold. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dip this into the paper mache. We're going to wipe it along the edge to make sure it's not too gooey. And then we're going to flip it upside down onto the tin foil on our bowl. The next part's probably going to be one of the hardest parts, and that is going around the edge. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to take one, dip it in, wipe off the sides, and then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to kind of push this around the side, which can be challenging, like I said. Now the more that we layer this, the more that this is going to stay down. So I'm actually going to start kind of going down the side here. Alright, so I'm going to grab another one, wipe it off, and as I overlap that, that's going to help that other disc stay down. Then we're going to keep on going. A key to this is to not get it too wet. So if you get your discs a little bit too wet, they're going to be really hard to work with. They're going to be really gooey, and so we want to just make sure we get them wet enough but not too wet. So make sure that you always do that step where you wipe it off along the sides so that you can make sure that you're not making a huge mess and so that your bowl will stay together. And sometimes you'll notice that I even will make a little fold, and those folds kind of will help. See right there, I just made a little fold. Those folds will sometimes help the disc to kind of go over the edge. There's another little one right here from where I did that first one. That's totally fine if you've got some little folds in it. That's kind of part of working with this paper and bending it around, is that it's going to make some little folds. Now you don't have to worry too much about if if the word is upside down or right side up. They're all going to be kind of different directions, and I think it's going to look really cool when we're all finished. And again, they're kind of making a fold along the edge. And then we're just going to keep on going around the sides. The sides will be a little bit easier than that bottom part. Now what we're doing is a kind of mold, and so we are using a bowl with the tin foil over it as a mold. So when we're putting this paper over it, the paper is going to keep that shape, but eventually we are going to take off the tin foil and the bowl is going to be all paper. It'll be just the paper and paper mache that makes the bowl. You might have noticed that I had two stuck together there, so I just made sure to separate them. That happens sometimes. And as you see, this doesn't really take a lot of time once you get going with it. The bottom part, like I said, is one of the hardest parts, and once you get that bottom finished up, it goes pretty quick. Now you can see that I'm getting my sides going, looking really nice so far. And we're going to make one more row here. So we're going to make a row that's going to come across the top here. That's going to line up right to the edge of the bowl. We don't want to go off of the bowl because then it's going to be really hard. It might stick to the plate. It's going to be hard to get it off of the mold. So make sure that you don't go past that little border. Now the last step you're going to do is we're going to put one back over the bottom, and that's going to just help to put those, hold those ones that we folded over the edge. It's going to help to hold those down and together. Also gives it a really nice just finished look. And there you have it. That's our paper mache bowl. Now, after you've finished all of these steps, you're going to transfer this to another plate. So you're going to get your second plate, you're going to pick this up, and you're going to move it. And the reason we do that is so that we don't get any puddling underneath it, so that it can dry right away. Okay, so before you put it on your new plate, you just want to push down all the way around, make sure we don't have any loose ends sticking up, and we're ready to go.